the high seas, Pisces. Cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Zodiacs! This is Braylon here today to talk to you about the Aries new moon happening on April 15th. So I've got a candle lit, you guys, which is such a good kind of a sacred act for pretty much anytime anything's in a fire sign in our universe. You know, a candle is a great way to kind of honor that fire element. So I've got a fire candle going here. I'm going to light some sage today. I have a moon incense. And of course, at the end of this video, I'm going to be pulling a card for all 12 of us to kind of get a new moon message. So guys, every new moon, every full moon, I sit down and talk. And the energies change a little bit based off of the moon. So I have some notes here about this Aries new moon happening. Now, this is a very special time in the astrology community. It's a very special time in the universe is what I mean by that. Because the new moon in Pisces last month, you guys, around this time, it ended a cycle. Because Pisces is the 12th house of our universe, and anytime anything passes between Pisces and Aries, it is completely reborn. So the new moon cycle, as far as the moon goes, when it comes to the new moon cycle, it's a brand new cycle. The new moon has now entered Aries, so there's not going to be a Pisces new moon again, or a Sagittarius new moon, not until, you know, the moon makes its way around the second half of the wheel again. So the moon has basically traveled a complete cycle around our whole universe, and it was reborn from the end of Pisces to the beginning of Aries, and so now we have an Aries new moon. So happy Aries season, happy spring, happy birthday to any of the Aries having birthdays, and Taurus is having birthdays this month. We are going to enter Taurus season soon, but we have a little bit shy of a week left of Aries season. So we're going to talk we're going to talk some about the sign of Aries today, and just some of the energies that I feel are contributing to this energy. And you know, I like to channel, so anything that comes up here, I'm just going to be talking about this new moon. So this is the first house, you guys. This is the first house of our zodiac wheel, and that's what makes it so important that this is such a new beginning, because every new moon symbolizes well, I would say the full moons symbolize new beginnings and endings and completion. That's going to be the Scorpio full moon. That's when we're going to talk next at the end of the month. But right now, you know, every month I talk about how the new moon is a seed, right? The moon is in the sky coupled with Aries. So we have the moon and the sun in Aries, which hasn't happened in a year. So these energies happen once a year. We get a new moon and a full moon each month. Two moons, full and new. And remember, every time we have a zodiac season, the opposite sign of that zodiac is going to have a full moon, because the moon is going to need the sun to reflect the light, right? So Libra, it brings me to talk about Libra. The Libra full moon on March 31st was lit. That moon was life-changing. That moon honestly restored balance into our universe. I believe that Libra controls an alternative, like kind of an alternate realm, kind of like a parallel universe or something like that, because the second house of Libra is Scorpio, when it turns everything backwards a little bit. So Libra is definitely the sign of balance and justice, and Libra is almost like a mirror of Aries. Okay, Libra is the opposite sign of Aries. So we had that full moon. So we really want to think back to what we were doing at the end of March, because that energy, the moon has traveled from Libra all the way to Aries, okay, all the way down here. So it literally traveled half of the zodiac wheel. So if this is Libra, then the moon has traveled 6 signs to Aries. And now we have a cycle that's starting from the new moon to the full moon in Aries. So it literally went from the 7th house to the 1st house. It's going to go from the 1st house to the 8th house. So the moon is quite like a clock, you guys. And there's these cogs that are turning. And there's we're all affected by this. So that's kind of why I do these videos, just for anybody who's interested in why energy has been feeling kind of strange. You know, we are really going to start seeing a positive turn, you guys. And also Mercury is going to be going back direct at the time of this new moon. So we do have a shadow period, but a lot of I don't like to give Mercury a bad rep. I honor all the retrogrades, but you know, I do have to be honest. The retrogrades can be kind of challenging, especially because we have Jupiter retrograde, Saturn's about to go retrograde, Mercury is retrograde, but it's going to go back direct. Pluto is going to go retrograde at the end of this month. So the universe is sending us signals in different areas of our life to kind of slow down. And I don't know if you guys know any Aries. Shout out to any of the Aries watching. You guys are very domineering. I don't know if that's the right word, but you guys are very forward thinkers. You go head first after things. You're very determined, very ambitious. So, you know, that is not an energy that likes to mix with the slow down, be patient energies. Aries is not supposed to be patient. I mean, they started this whole zodiac wheel off. So there's a quickness with all the fire signs, really. Because once it ignites, it only takes a quick spark to ignite a fire sign. So, you know, our universe is being ignited right now, and this moon has everything to do with ourself, you guys. Aries rules the I am. They are the I am ram. So this is all about ourself. This is okay to be selfish around this time. This whole Aries season was further developing our identities. It was further developing who we are, who we identify as, and not only just, you know, oh, I'm Braylon. No, the real you. Not the you that your name determines, the you that you would be even in space, the you that you're going to continue to be after death. Okay, this is your identity. A lot of the fire signs work a lot with ego. Okay, because Leo rules ego. Leo is all about authenticity. We have the North Node in Leo. So, you know, there is the fire influence is strong in our universe, and all fire signs understand passion. They understand, you know, the fire of who we are. So, you know, you want to ask yourself what lights that fire inside you and who you are. That is what all this energy is about. Determining who we are, and not only who we are, but who we've been and who we're becoming. So this is a cardinal fire energy, you guys. And like I was saying about the new moon is a seed, okay? The moon is not visible in the sky until, I would say, the moon is going to start becoming visible maybe in a few days, maybe around the 17th or the 18th. That's when you're going to see a little crescent moon. So no light in the sky right now. And I feel that anytime there's a new moon in a fire sign, that I'm a little reassured, because fire is very light. It supplies heat. It supplies warmth and light and love and passion in our universe. So, you know, when the new moon is in a earth sign or a water sign, it can be a little bit dark, literally. You know, this is a time to really use our own light, our own inner reflection. So this is a time to reflect on the light of who we are. And even though there's no light in the sky from the moon, Aries is going to apply light, especially because the sun is there and it's exalted in Aries. So definitely planting seeds of action, because cardinal energy is all about action. So this is a time to kind of sit and reflect on what it is that we want to do in our future. What it is that we want to do come the full moon in Scorpio. What do we want to see? This is the action of something completing. Okay, this new moon is different because it's in a cardinal sign. You know, the last new moon was in a mutable sign. The next new moon is going to be in a fixed sign. So we're in this cardinal energy, you guys. So the seeds that we plant now, they're going to be related to actions that we have to take. So here's another point. When we set these intentions to plant these seeds, we are going to have to take action towards this energy. Okay, we can't just do this and not really align ourselves. We're going to have to make some changes here. Aries is all about taking risks. You know, Aries is all about taking a chance or making a change and charging forward movement with these cardinal signs. So we are going to have to take action. So make sure whatever you're setting the intent for around this time, that you're willing to move for, you're willing to take an action for. Now, every new moon, I take part in a new moon ritual. So tonight and tomorrow, around the 15th, I'm going to be, you know, I've been doing this for a year almost. And so I take a piece of paper and I write to the new moon. I write out my goals. I write out my new intentions. I write out my dreams and my wishes and anything I want to see kind of come to fruition come the next full moon. So between now and the 29th, is a very good time to be self-reflecting and going inwards to figure out what it is that we want to see happen now. These seeds have everything to do with who we are. So now is the opportunity. The universe this is literally a gateway in the universe opening up for us to kind of, and it's not even selfish. It's just, it's okay to focus on self right now. It's been okay to focus on self since March 20th, almost a month ago. Aries, literally, we have these different, we have these different zodiac signs and they all mean different things. So next month, it'll be all about our values. You know, before we know what we value, we have to establish self. So that's why Aries comes before Taurus. And before we can communicate, before we can actually make changes and actually short distance travel and stuff like that, we have to determine our value and our foundation. So that's why Taurus comes before Gemini. So I'm all up in, I love astrology. It makes so much sense. It's a language I definitely comprehend and speak. So, you know, I'm doing my best here to give you guys the messages that I feel will benefit you around this time. And I just really think that this is a completely new cycle of setting intentions, you guys. This is different. Last month, you know, it was more about setting intentions for what we want to see come to completion. You know, Pisces energy, spiritual, emotional. This is new. This is a brand new moon. There's nothing really influencing this moon. I mean, Uranus is there, Mercury retrograde is there. But I mean, as far as the past, when we had the new moon in Pisces, we had to consider Aries, Taurus, Gemini, all of them. We had to consider all the zodiac signs and kind of complete that energy. But now it's kind of a clean slate. I feel a very clean slate energy about this, you guys. And I think this is a brand new cycle of self. So as far as, you know, one of my most important messages right now is that as long as you know, as long as you have an idea of who you really are, you might not be this person yet, but as long as you have a solid idea, as long as you're passionate about you, and I don't know if you can hear the wind howling, but it's definitely howling out there. Earlier we had some birds chirping, and then it's kind of raining today, so sound effects. But yeah, if you don't know, if you're not passionate about yourself, then you're really going to want to take this time to dig deeper into, you know, you might want to evaluate if there's any external forces kind of contributing to you not being aware of who you are. We are born with the awareness of who we are. But as we grow up and as the world kind of shapes and judges us, we lose sight. Unfortunately, we lose sight of who we really are. So you might want to even think back to when you were a kid. Think back to the beginning. What set you on fire? What lights your passion? What are you hot about? You know what I mean? In a sense of, this just drives you. You know, we all have these gifts and talents and abilities, and our talents and our gifts and our abilities are kind of, there's secrets and clues when it comes to our passions and when it comes to our path in life. So, you know, a passion is different than a hobby. Or I said something yesterday that reminded me a lot of this new moon, which is, you know, our I don't know, it had something to do with our passion though. So you want to figure out what it is that, oh, I said not everything we're good at is passionate. Sometimes you have to determine the difference between what you're good at and what you really love to do, because we have a lot of we have all these, some of us have things going for us, and then, you know, no one's good at everything. But this person might be really good at basketball, this person might be really good at cooking or singing or writing or drawing. So you really want to use your talents and your gifts and abilities as clues towards what you might want to do in this world. You know, what is it that you want to do in this life? What do you want to leave behind as far as, you know, your legacy? So Aries is bringing all this up because this has everything to do with who we are. So we had that Libra full moon. The moon has now traveled all the way across the zodiac to the other half of Libra, which is Aries new moon. So the moon went from full in Libra to new in Aries, and it's going to be gaining in light towards the moon in Scorpio, which is a completely different story, guys. But this is Mars energy. Okay, so we're on this kind of this Mars, it's all about action. So we're going to want to be applying action from now until the end of the month. The last half of April, you guys, is very Mars ruled, because we have the moon traveling from Aries, who is ruled by Mars, and Scorpio, who is co-ruled by Mars. Now, the Scorpio full moon is going to have a lot more to do with transformation, and we'll talk about that around the end of the month. But I do think it's interesting that, that both of these energies are ruled by Mars. Now, Mars is the god of war, so we're going to be fighting for who we are now. We actually are going to start developing a strong, Aries is ruled by the head. So we're going to get and Mercury is in Aries, which is interesting because Mercury rules the head, Mercury rules the mind and thoughts and communication. So we really want to use our head right now. And Aries uses their head to kind of charge forward. So this is a metaphor explaining that we need to really put our head in this. We really need to get our head determined and put our mind to things. Set your mind to it, and you can do anything if you put your mind to it. So Mars is going to be really, really applying action. Aries is applying action. So this is action up towards the things we want, towards who we want to become. Not just dreaming about it. I'm a dreamer. I'm a Pisces. I love to dream. I love to sit and fantasize. But these energies are not about that. These energies are about taking those fantasies. That's why Pisces is the 12th house of Aries. Taking these fantasies, taking your dreams, and making them a reality. Making them touchable, seeable, making them passionate, and lighting them on fire, basically. So we have this new cycle of setting intentions, you guys. We're back at the beginning. We're back at square one. So as far as what we're planting seeds about, we want to plant seeds for our next entire year until March 20th, 2019. So that is really trippy to think about. But this is a whole new year cycle. Welcome to a lot of astrologers are saying that this is the real 2018. Basically January and February were just preparation. They were just kind of assisting us on this journey, getting us ready for what's about to happen. I mean, it's about to go down, guys. April is definitely a month filled with a lot of astrological events, and I'm going to do my best to be putting videos out there about what I know about this, and I'm doing my best to communicate with other astrologers right now because there's just a lot going on in our universe. So, new cycle of self. So who are you? The new moon in Aries wants to know, who are you? And so, it would be really cool to get a piece of paper out today around the 15th and really just that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put I am at the top of a piece of paper and literally write down everything that I am. I am sensitive. I am smart. I am spiritual. I am Pisces priestess. I am loved. I am light. I am successful. I am, strong. Anything that you are, who are you? The universe is giving us a name tag. Okay, I said this at the beginning of Aries. Now that name tag is coming off of our, it's coming, we had a name tag on our desk, right? And now that name tag is going to be put right here so that we can walk around as this person. We're not just sitting as these people anymore. Like, the name tag is no longer just where we sit. It's coming and it's going right here. So anyone who sees us, so basically what I mean is these identities have become us now. So you want to reflect on what you've been doing this month, this year so far. So far in March and even January and February when we're talking about the numerical new year. So from January and so Aquarius season, Pisces season, what did you develop? Now we have kind of started over, but I do consider January and February to be important because we've been developing these new identities for quite some time. Okay, actually, we've been doing that since the North Node entered Leo. So let's see here. Definitely want to light some candles tonight, guys. That's what I do. I take out a piece of paper and I write down all my dreams and my goals. What I'm going to do, I'm going to write a lot about what I want to see transform. So this is like a self-transformation taking place at the end of April because of this Aries new moon, Scorpio full moon transit. So this is self-transformation. This is, you want to set intentions for transformation. And, the transformation of a new cycle. And before a cycle begins, something has to end. So this is about endings and new beginnings because it's in Aries. So definitely light candles and definitely work on those I am affirmations. Even if you don't really write, even if you're not a big writer, then it's good to look yourself in the mirror and say, I am smart. You want to really lift yourself up right now because it's really about putting your mind to it. That's how Aries works. Aries, sometimes, Aries can be secretly doubtful, but they're not really hardly ever going to admit that to you because Aries is a very self-determined sign. I mean, they're born with the awareness of their self because the sun was in Aries when they were born. So they have this innate awareness to be who they are, even when they don't really know for sure. You know, that's why I said they take risks, you know what I mean? That's why Aries is the Fool card in tarot too. They're the Emperor in the Fool card. So that's another thing to really take note of here, is how Aries is the Emperor, okay? So this is about you sitting on your throne. I don't know about you, but the Emperor knows who he is, okay? You can't be a king or a queen. You can't rule an entire empire if you don't know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, there's gonna be peasants, and there's going to be people in your empire that try to overthrow you. But the Emperor, he sits on his own throne. He don't even need a name tag. He came into this world knowing and fighting for who he was. So this is about you reclaiming your throne. This is about you becoming the emperor of your own new self-intentions. The emperor of yourself, becoming the emperor of your life and your journey. You know, taking back authority in your life. That's what Aries talks about. But Aries is the Fool card as well. And I don't know if you guys know what the Fool card looks like, but there's a person at the edge of a cliff, and it's the number 0, right? And so that's 0 is the true new beginning, especially in astrology. When we have planets enter 0 degrees, we consider that a fresh start. We consider that a new beginning. So last night, I literally felt when the moon was in Pisces 29 degrees, and when it was conjunct Chiron, and then it moved to, I literally felt that. Like I was working and doing ceremonies at that time, and I felt the shift. So, you know, the Fool card is the 0 card. You're at the beginning of a journey, so why not leap? Why not take a risk with who we are? Why not take a risk and kind of, it's almost as if the universe might be revealing versions of ourselves to us that are like, it's almost like, that's me. Damn, that's me. That's like we're becoming aware of our true energy, not the energy that people made us feel growing up, not the energy that our moms or our dads suppressed us to be, or society suppresses us to be or tells us to be. No, Aries is the first house of the universe, okay? So in a way, Aries represents all of us. You know, the sun, even if you're born in Gemini season, or if you're a Sagittarius or whatever, whatever month you were born in, whatever zodiac sign you are as sun sign, in whatever your first house is, you know, we all have a first house is what I'm trying to say. And so we all have an idea of who we are. And we're spending these lifetimes kind of working with those energies, you know, and it's okay not to know who you are right now, even though that's the most important message here. But if you don't know who you are, you need to evaluate who you've been, and at least get on track and get on the same page, align with who you're becoming. Okay? Because if there's anything that I know, we're not the same people as we are when we're born. I am a strong believer in change. I'm a mutable sign. So I believe that we are born, and we're born as certain people, and life changes us, right? I hope so. Life is meant to be an experience. So, you know, we go through all this change, and we die as a more evolved soul, so we can go on to the next level. So this is about knowing who you're becoming, not so much about knowing who you are or who you've been, because this new moon is changing who you are. So it's about evaluating who you've been and becoming who you're meant to become. So, you know, guys, this is a very special energy, you know. This is really special, honestly, and it's a very, very, very strong time for us to self-evaluate, self-reflection, anything that has to do with self, you know, self-love, self-confidence, self-reflection, self-evaluation, self-courage, or whatever. You know, Aries puts self in front of everything, and, you know, a lot of people think Aries is selfish because of that. But you know what? Come on now. If Aries weren't selfish, if they didn't put their self, so that's why it's so dangerous to be an Aries who doesn't know who they are, or an Aries who is soft and lets other people before them, you know. So, you know, you want to thank an Aries for them being, I don't know about you, but every Aries I know, they are so who they are. I could hang out with an Aries on March 1st, 1997, and hang out with that same Aries 7 years down the road, and they're going to be relatively the same energy. Because Aries, they just have such a strong awareness of who they are. And as an empath, I like being around Aries people because I don't have to work as hard. I don't pick up on as much energy. Other people don't, you know, I realize that the less self-aware people are, the more work I have to do around them as an empath, because I got to figure out their energy now. They're not self-aware, so they might have certain negative energies attached to them, and I'm aware of it, but they're not. So the more self-aware we are, guys, the better, the stronger we are. Okay, we've got a lot of, this has been a lot of Aries energy. We have Chiron entering Aries. So, you know, if you know an Aries person, you might want to take a seat, put on your learner's cap, because you can learn a lot about yourself from an Aries. Honestly, it's just astrology. And when the universe wants you to reevaluate who you are, they will send you an Aries friend or an Aries lover or an Aries-like energy. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys. You know, so I'm going to, you know, since there's so much energy starting and beginning and just we're setting all these new intentions, I really wanted to collectively heal us all, especially with Chiron entering Aries. So I'm going to light this sage here before we start the zodiac tarot readings for all 12 signs, okay? So we're just going to light this sage here, which is a great thing to do around the Aries new moon. I got the candle lit over here, and I'm going to light the incense after we light the sage. So we're working with fire here. Fire me gasoline, fire me gasoline, I'm burning alive. So good time to be working with fire. Be careful now, guys, because this is, you know, fire. I've realized that when the moon is in fire signs, or when we're in a fire sign season, you know, fire is actually more activated. So you want to be careful of lighting candles and stuff, but just do it with really positive spiritual intent, and you will be fine. So I'm just focusing my intent, clearing my energy, you guys, and I want to clear all of you. So if you want to take part in this with me, you go ahead and join in, but I'm going to clear the entire zodiac wheel for all the signs that are watching. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around the zodiac wheel and clear us all. So just focus on the smoke if you're watching, and just know that this is neutralizing your energy, and you're going to have a clear, neutralized, light energy so that you can be the best you, and so that you can go into this new cycle clear and healthy and just apart from anything that may be attached to you that is negative. But I'm going to light this a little bit more fire, Aries. I think it's very important that we all cleanse right now. So like I said, just focus on the smoke there and just feel anything negative or anything that is, you know, no longer serving you. It's going to release from you. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. We are all healed as one collective. I'm going to let this run over my zodiac wheel back there. And we are all cleared, you guys. I think it's very important to do that around these new moons so we can set very clear intentions and actually be clear ourselves as well. So we're going to just put that sage there. And I'm going to light this moon incense because I love the way they smell, and I think it's just great, especially when there's a fire sign energy. But I'm definitely going to be watching it because I remember one of these videos, I actually, like the incense was just, it lit on fire. I don't know. So I've been charging these. I'm going to use the Wisdom of the House of Night. I wanted to use my other deck because Aries is a very light sign, but this is a new moon. So I felt really drawn to use my Wisdom of the House of Night deck. And I've had this charging with Adrienne. This was actually given to me by a Sagittarius. And this is good for, I'm going to read this little note here. It's a powerful energy generator, protective against mental influence and psychic attack. And it helps turn negative thoughts into positive ones. So I thought this was really, really great to use. My deck's been charging with it for the last half hour. So we're all blessed, and we are protected against negative energy and the influence of psychic attack, and that is Adrienne. I'm pretty sure if you're interested in that stone, it's a really good stone to get. So I'm just going to shuffle here, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And of course, we're going to start with Aries. Happy birthday, Aries. I hope your season was great. We still have a few more days left, though, and happy new moon in your sign and your first house of self. So let's get a message here for Aries. What is this new moon have in store, or what's the new moon message for Aries? The Aries new moon message for Aries. Aries. Wow. So we have success. So congratulations, Aries. Congratulations for all of your individual accomplishments. Also, congratulations for just being alive, making it here. Congratulations for making it through your birthdays and being another year older. Okay, so we have this as the number 12, 9 plus 3 up there. So this could be a spiritual success. This might be a subconscious success. But I think all of you are successful in your own ways right now. So this is the universe literally giving you a success and a congratulations. So this new moon is going to be a successful time for you, you know. So you really need to put your mind to things. You are the one. You guys are the ones who are initiating this energy for us all. The new moon is kind of moving through you. The sun is moving through you. Okay, Mercury has been moving through you. Chiron's about to move through you. So Aries, you're a major player in this energy and in this chapter of life. So, you know, you're very, needless to say, you're very successful right now. Now, I feel the need to show you this though. Because this is like the Fool. This is the fledgling card. This is the number 1. Aries, you are number 1. And you are a successful number 1. So, you know, this is a new successful beginning for you. Especially because Aries season is coming to a close. And you guys have, you know, successfully completed a cycle. Successfully completed your birthdays. So congratulations on this new beginning, Aries. And, you know, if I was an Aries, I would not be afraid to take any risks right now. I would not be afraid to start anything new because the universe is validating that it's going to be very, very successful. Some sort of new beginning that you had a vision about, but this is literally saying a successful new beginning, the fledgling in success. So congratulations, Aries. I wouldn't expect anything less. Taurus. Taurus moon, Taurus rising. That was for Aries moon, Aries sun, Aries rising. Taurus, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. What is the Aries? Ooh, we had the high priestess of fire almost come out. So what is the message, the new moon message for Taurus in April? What is the new moon? Happy birthday, by the way, Taurus. To all the Tauruses having birthdays in April. So what is the new moon message for Taurus in April? We have the high priestess of spirit. So either way, Taurus, I'm going to grab my notes because I have all the houses here. So either way, Taurus, a high priestess was coming out for you. So I'm interested in this number 7 up there because we do have a full moon at the end of the month in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. So some of you could be really, you could be developing spiritual bonds with people, I'm seeing. But either way, you are definitely taking on some sort of spiritual high priestess energy because of this new moon. Probably because this is happening in your 12th house, wouldn't you say? The 12th house is all about spirituality. The 12th house is about subconscious. So all this Aries energy is happening in your subconscious, Taurus. You've got Mercury there, the sun and the moon there right now. Uranus is there. Oh, Uranus is about to enter Taurus. So very spiritual time for you, Taurus. Very, very spiritual time. And this card is just beautiful. So this is a time for you to really tap into your spirituality, Taurus. People be sleeping on you because you're an earth sign and because you're more so about value and money and realistic logic. But no, Taurus is actually a very spiritual sign. So don't underestimate a Taurus if you're watching. And Taurus, don't underestimate yourself because this new moon is about your spiritual self. For Aries, this is about their successful self. For you, Taurus, this is about your spirituality. You are turning into some sort of high priestess energy. And it's because of this 12th house renewal. So, oh my God, Taurus. And then we have vision at the bottom of the deck for you. So, you know, you're going to be definitely developing new psychic abilities. You're going to be developing new intuitions about things. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the synchronicities in the universe because you are spiritually upgraded. Taurus, this new moon is all about spirituality for you. So I highly suggest that you take this time to set intentions for new spiritual goals, new subconscious 12th house energies. It maybe even has something to do with releasing something as well, but it just feels very spiritual for you. So I would definitely take part in lighting some candles as far as a sacred ceremony for the universe because you have a very spiritual benefit from this moon. Wow. So Gemini, this is your 11th house of groups, friends, hopes, wishes. So you want to set intent right now for any hopes and wishes that you have, anything. You might have even new intentions about some people that you know in your life. Maybe some of you are trying to maybe you're trying to establish some of your own groups, or maybe you're trying to establish your own community. Okay, so let's see the message for Gemini. This is in their 11th house. The new moon in April message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising, please. So, we have the fledgling for you, Gemini. So this came out for Aries too. This is definitely the Aries card in this deck. This talks about a new beginning. This talks about cycles completing. So Gemini, this new moon is all about you. Look at that number 1 up there. Gemini, you're number 1 too. So this new moon is all about you. This is all about a new beginning that you're starting fresh, a completely new slate. This might even have to do with some sort of passion that's lit inside you, and you are also very intuitive, because I see this moon on this lady's head. But look at her chest. It's on fire. So you really want to take this time, Gemini, to go inward and, you know, to bring out some of your self-passions. You might have been holding out. You know, you might be holding out on that. Some of you are good at certain things that you're not expressing. Some of you are maybe you've been a little bit too afraid until now. But this is going to give you courage, Gemini, to start a new beginning. This is literally a really great sign for you to start something completely new. I mean, this is the number 1. So this is like the Fool card, okay? So you may take a risk over something that lights you on fire in your heart. It might be love, Gemini. It could be passion for a certain person, place, or thing. But I see that you are really lit on fire in here, and that you're just ready to start something new. So this new moon is literally all about, you know, setting intent for your new beginning. So I want you to dream big here, Gemini, because this is a big sign for you to just, I mean, it's a blank piece of paper. Maybe you need to take out a blank piece of paper and literally fill it with words that describe the new you, words that describe the new life that you're going to live, this new beginning, this new journey, this new path, new beginning. This new moon is definitely new for you. This might be new people coming into your life, Gemini. This might be new goals. We did have complicated on the bottom of the deck. So, you know, you might be really starting new over, you know, I think this is going to be, the reason why complicated was there is because the complicated is over. So this is going to be a very new, simple, happy, harmonious beginning for you. And like I said, you may be attracting new people into your life, or just setting new intentions for new goals that you have. But either way, Gemini, this is a completely new beginning for you. So Cancer. Whoa. Cancer. Well, what I was going to say, Cancer, is that you're a cardinal energy. And so you're going to feel this cardinal energy very strongly. And wow, okay, so the card that was left on the table is individuality, another very strong Aries energy. And this is the 11, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have the 47 up there. So I'm not sure if that means anything to you, Cancer, but we do have the number 11. So this might have to do with your 11th house too, even though this is happening in your 10th house of career. So Cancer, this is about you being an individual. Some of you might be your own bosses. Some of you might have a dream to be your own boss, but there's something that wants to take flight with you this new moon. We see this bird here, right? So this is about you flying as an individual. This is about you really maybe even being in your solitude a little bit, because we have individuality here, Cancer. So, you know, since this is happening in your 10th house, I am led to say that for some of you, you're going to be working more independently, or you're going to be setting the intentions to. So if there's any of you out there that really have a desire or passion or goals to develop your own business or start your own entrepreneurship, this is about working as an individual. This is about standing strong on your own and basically carrying the wind beneath your own wings, Cancer. Something is really launching and taking flight with you guys as an individual. So this is a strong Aries word here, individuality. Remember, this is all about self. This is all about who you are. So Cancer, this new moon is perfect time for you to really reflect on who you are as an individual. Not who you are based off of other people's emotions, based off of what you can pick up around you. This is a time for you to really, really sit with who you are as an individual. So who would you be, Cancer, if you were the only person in a room? Who would you be, Cancer, if you were your own boss, if you were your own authority? So this is about you coming into self-authority, Cancer. This is about you really detaching yourself emotionally from people, places, and things that take away from who you are as an individual. And, you know, we have differences back down here. So as far as, you know, the who you are as an individual, you're very different, Cancer. The universe is telling me that there are differences in your individuality than there is for anyone else. So you want to pay attention to this light and this dark. You want to pay attention to the differences and the different pieces that make you who you are, because you are a beautiful, rare, special individual. And this new moon is really going to help you set intentions for things that have to do with you as an individual, which I think is a beautiful, beautiful energy for Aries. So I'm loving this, guys. Let's get a message for Leo. So Leo, you're a fire sign. You're a fixed sign, so you're a bit more stable than this cardinal energy, but you know, we can use this energy in the North Node to stabilize the action being created, because this is trining. I believe Aries and Leo trine each other because you guys are making a harmonious aspect. So the North Node has a lot to do with this new moon as well. So this is happening in your 9th house, Leo. So the 9th house is a fire house anyways, okay? So as far as you learning more, some of you may be setting intentions to learn more or about a certain person, place, or thing, or maybe a new goal that you have or something. Some of you may be signing up for summer classes, for school, but this is all about higher education. This is about long distance travel. So some of you might be setting the intention to really vacate, maybe in faraway places, taking cruises or flying on a plane somewhere very far away from home. This is setting the intention for that. So some of you could really start planning for a future vacation or school, because the 9th house has everything to do with higher education, long distance travel, philosophy. So you're also expanding right now, Leo. So what's the message for Sun, Moon, and Rising Leo for the new moon in April? Whoa. Okay, so we had a bunch of cards fly out, but the card that stayed on the table, Leo, is the High Priestess of Water. So, you know, even though I mentioned all that about fire, it's definitely some emotion coming in for you. And this is a very spiritual card. There's the number 4 up there. So, Leo, the Scorpio full moon at the end of this month is happening in your 4th house of home and emotional stability. Now, I did if you guys want to check out my Leo video for April, that's going to be uploaded later on tonight. It's 222 on the clock. I don't know if that has anything to do with you, Leo, but it's 222. And it's 414 as far as the date goes. But I don't know, I'm seeing a 2 is half of 4. So Leo, I did a video for you guys in April, and you know, you showed up as the King of Cups. So I'm definitely seeing some you know, comparisons here and similarities in your energy. So Leo, in April, you guys are really, really feeling the emotion. You're feeling the spirituality, but you know, you don't want to deny yourself of this emotion. Now look, we have the 14 here, and it's April 14th today. So you don't want to deny yourself of these emotions. You don't want to deny yourself of what you're feeling right now, because you're very strong. Leo, look at this 2. 222 on the clock, and 2 is half of 4. So something's going on here. You guys are very strong emotional warriors right now, and I see the High Priestess of Air as well. So this leads me to say that you don't want to deny yourself of the communication of these emotions. So this new moon, it might be emotional for you. You know, and if it's not emotional, you guys are just really psychic and spiritual right now, kind of like Taurus. And, you know, I'm not surprised to see that, because this is all happening in your 9th house. So this new moon is a good time for you to set new intentions for your emotional self, Leo. And, you know, that basically means your heart, because emotions are kind of heart rooted. So you want to get back in touch with your heart chakra, get back in touch with your emotional foundation of who you are, and set the new. Now this might have a lot to do with your home environment. Some of you could be in emotional home environments. Some of you are just kind of really wanting to see yourself in a different area or a different home, or if it's not your home, then this is your foundation. Okay, a foundation is a home, but this could be what you're basing your emotions off of. You know, it's important for us to have strong foundations, especially you, because you're a stable, fixed sign. Leo, you're very passionate, okay? And as far as your emotions go, you know, Leos are interesting when it comes to emotions. I'll just say that. You guys are very passionate, you know, and you're ruled by the heart, so you do put your heart in a lot of things, which means you put your emotions and your feelings in a lot of things secretly too. You know, your 12th house is Cancer. So Leo does have this emotional aspect that most people don't know. But I am led to talk a little bit about the full moon. So this new moon is the initiator for the full moon in Scorpio in your 4th house of it. But we'll talk about that more in my next video at the end of the month. That's when I'll be pulling a card for that energy. But I do see this number 4, and this reminds me of a Cancer energy. So I'm not sure if you guys are with Cancers or something like that, but you're coming up as the High Priestess of Water. And my main message for you is this is a new moon, not to deny yourself of emotion. Don't deny yourself of how you feel. You're a very strong person, Leo. You're ruled by the heart. So follow your heart and follow your emotions the way that you would follow your heart. Maybe you could be learning more about your emotions right now. You could be expanding the way that you feel on certain things. And you're learning more about your emotions. You're learning more about your heart and what it is that you want. So for Leo, I think this new moon has everything to do with planting new emotional seeds. So planting seeds for things that you want to see happen in your future that will make you feel happier. Because I think Leo's a little bit sad right now on the inside about certain things. You don't feel as strong as you could. Okay, and we have risk coming out here and oath. So I don't know who this message is for. It could be Leo, it could be Virgo, but there's some sort of oath that we need to take and a risk. Now that is such an Aries energy. But let's shuffle and see what's going on for Virgo. Virgo, this is happening in your 8th house. So this is a pretty hidden energy for you. Virgos are pretty behind the scenes right now. Virgo is pretty hidden and I don't know, just kind of mysterious. And I wouldn't expect anything else but with an 8th house transit. You know, there's a lot of energy in your 8th house right now, Virgo. Wow, so we have the same card coming out for Leo. So the same message applies. Wow, and we have this at the bottom of the deck. Are you kidding me? That does not happen all the time. So Virgo, you could be feeling very emotional around this time too. There's something with emotions. There's something with spirituality. There's something with, you know, the way that you actually feel inside, Virgo, and the denial of that. So you don't want to deny, you know, emotions are a piece of you. And you're reaching for something, Virgo. We have the 14 up there. Okay, so you're reaching for something that is going that you're happy about. You're reaching for happiness because that's the number 5 up there, 1 + 4. And the 5th house is all about pleasure and fun. So some of you are reaching for certain goals, certain happiness. Happiness could be a goal for you, Virgo. But you know, you may be really this High Priestess is interesting that she came back out for you, Virgo, and we had the denial of emotion for you. I'm actually going to get you another message, Virgo, because I feel like that risk card was for you. So some of you Virgos out there taking a risk could be taking a risk with emotion. Don't deny yourself of these emotions or deny yourself of a risk. But this has everything to do with your foundation too, Virgo. So this is the 4th house for you, even though it's happening in your 8th house. You know, you really want to make sure you're having a strong foundation for your emotions. But let's get another message for Virgo, because that was for some of you Virgos out there. Some of you are with Leo, or some of you have Leo energy, because the same cards came out. Literally the same card at the bottom of the deck, same card came out for Leo and Virgo. But let's focus on Virgo's energy. So what is the April message for Virgo? Just like I thought. Now, you guys can go back and look at that if you want, but this card came out, and this is for you, Virgo. This is your real card, Oath. So this new moon is all about new promises. Look how strong this man is, Virgo. This card is about really, really staying committed to something, staying loyal to something. When you take an oath, this is a promise. You are promising, cross my heart, hope to die, you know, and look at this fire. You see the fire coming off of that guy's hand? So this Aries new moon energy is all about you setting the intentions for new goals that you have. I mean, this is something serious though, because I mean, this is an oath. So this is like pledging in some sort of ritual. Like there's something spiritual going on with you, Virgo. We have the 49 up there. So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know. I'm not good at math, guys. Hold on. 9, 10, 11, 12. So, 13 is a very interesting number. I'm not sure if that means anything to you guys, but it's a very magical number. It's even a lucky number. So, but 13, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Virgo. What does that number mean to you guys? But, you know, it's interesting that the 13 is 3 plus... And then we have this card down here. that has the 13 on it. So Virgo, you guys are summoning. Oh my God, and we have obedience. So Virgo, you guys are being very obedient right now to something higher. You guys are taking an oath. And oh my God, Virgo, so loyal. Look at this Libra energy. So from the Libra moon, last month on the 31st, about almost a month ago, when we had that Libra full moon, there was something that you were remaining obedient to. You were being obedient to a balance. Maybe you were temporarily blinding yourself from something, especially because we have this cycle back here. So Virgo, you're aware of these cycles, aren't you? Especially after that Virgo full moon last month. You guys are aware of balance right now. Libra is your second house. So you guys, why do I always do this when I'm talking to Virgo? I notice how crooked my fucking, you guys are just so detailed. But yeah, oh my God, you guys are being obedient. You're balancing things out, and there might be a mental balance that you guys, and you guys might want to check out my Virgo video for April on my YouTube channel, because I talked a lot about Virgo gaining mental clarity back. You guys are coming back into your mental power. So I think you're being obedient to your mind because we have that sword. And you're summoning. Now, this is your real card. You're summoning an oath. Some of you might be summoning an oath to you. Or some of you might be taking an oath to summon something. But this is really magical, Virgo. This is the 13. And it shook me. I'm talking about the number 13. And I look down and then there's the 13 here. So, I don't know, Virgo. But this is the card that came out for you. Is oath. So this new moon is all about you really standing up, remaining strong and loyal to different things that you've promised yourself, different things that are promised to you. This might be the universe. You might be taking an oath with the universe. You could be taking an oath of obedience to, you guys are angels. So you might have some sort of angel oath to make with the universe. You might be making an oath to the new you. So you guys are really, really taking an oath here. You're really going down and making a pledge to this new you, right? This is just, it's interesting to explain to you, Virgo, but there's some sort of new beginning happening. I think this is an oath to the new you. This is you really, really promising yourself a new future and sticking to that promise, because the word oath is just really important. It's more than a promise. It's an oath. When you take an oath, like when you break an oath, it's like almost like you can't, it's just, it's too serious. This is a serious promise that you're making with yourself and the universe. And it has something to do with your heart, because he has these flames here. So this new moon really does mean, and this might be a secret oath. It might be some kind of secret, hidden, mysterious oath. That's why I'm having a hard time explaining it to you, because this is all hidden. This message is for you guys, but I mean, it's you guys are up to something. You guys are summoning something, Virgo. But this new moon is a good time for you to really sit down and think about the things that you are going to dedication. Dedication is the word I'm looking for, Virgo. This is an oath of dedication. This is an oath that you're not going to back down from. So this would be a great time for you to set the intention for this new oath, because you are being called by the universe. I wouldn't be surprised if you in another realm, or if you're spiritually kind of really taking an oath with something, and like crossing your heart, hope to die type of thing. This is a completely new you, Virgo. Wow. What a special message there for you. I'm glad I shuffled and got you another message. So Libra, entering the second half of the zodiac wheel now. Libra, this is all happening in your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. What card was that? Okay, Summon. Summon almost came out for you too, Libra, but it flipped right back over if you didn't see that there. So we're going to get you a card that actually comes out, but you may be summoning whatever energy is about to show itself to you. So what is the new moon message for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising for April? And as I was saying, this is happening. You are the 7th house, Libra. So this is going to really influence some new thoughts and new goals and intentions about, the people around you. And hopefully, Libra, you know that it's not just romantic relationships. This is partnerships, work relationships, relationships with just about anything. Moms, dads, brothers, sisters, your relationship with yourself, Libra. That's what this is about for you. So what can we tell Libra? What is the message here? Oh my goodness. So just like for Libra and Leo, just like for Virgo and Leo, we have the High Priestess of Water shooting out, guys. So this High Priestess is making her way around this zodiac wheel. Libra, this new moon is a time for you to really get in touch with your home and your foundation and your emotions and your spirituality and your feelings, because underneath the surface, you could be feeling a little bit fragmented. So this is fragmented emotions that, you know, you want to start a new cycle. You don't want, there's a reminder here to summon something. You know, there's a reminder here to summon something that has to do with you being kind of fragmented and all over the place. Now, this is a reminder from the universe that we are always whole when it comes to the universe. The universe is always going to see us as individuals who are complete. You know, the universe sees our true self. The universe sees us as our Aries first house selves. So you are seeing Libra as this balanced individual. You might need to just balance your emotions out. Pick up the pieces of a situation and do the best you can to balance it. This could have to do with your lifestyle too, because we have the 15 up there, which is 5 plus 1 is 6. So the 6th house has everything to do with work and lifestyle. So you might even be feeling all over the place because of money or work or your all over lifestyle. But just keep in mind that the universe sees us as complete. The universe, even when we feel like a little bit of stuff, if we feel broken down and all in pieces, the universe still sees us as whole. And I think that's a very beautiful reminder there, especially when we're in times of feeling this great emotion. The High Priestess of Water is a very emotional individual. I see her as a very emotional individual. But she's also very psychic. She's also very intuitive. And she's empathic, so you need to use this. This is coming out for Leo. It came out for Virgo and Libra. Leo, Virgo, Libra. So this is the last 3 messages had to do with the High Priestess of Water. So this is a very emotional time for some of us. Libra, this is happening in your 7th house. Some of you could be with water signs. So for the Libras that are with water signs, this is a special message for you, telling you that there's some sort of new beginning happening there. Something with the home environment as well. So Libra, the energy is coming up for your 4th house, your 7th house, and your 6th house. So that has everything to do with your home, your emotional foundation, your relationships, partnerships, and your lifestyle. Something ain't going good with all that. You're trying to balance all that out, and it's really overwhelming you. But just don't forget how the universe has your back, okay? And, you know, your relationships could be kind of emotional right now, but you know, Libra, this new moon is a time for you to plant new seeds, and you're going to be able to water those seeds because you're the High Priestess of Water. The High Priestess of Water may even visit you. Maybe you need to talk to a water sign. Some of you, Leo, Virgo, Libra, some of you may need to talk to Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. When you're feeling sad, the best thing to do is to talk to a water sign, because we'll listen. We won't listen to respond. We'll actually listen, and we will heal your emotions. So you might want to hit up a water sign just so that you can get a more strong foundation and get yourself back into the mental energy. But I would let these emotions flow, Libra. Just like I told Leo, don't deny yourself of these emotions. It's important that you are, you know, that you have a foundation. So I don't know if it's your home or if it's just work or money, but Libra is feeling a little bit fragmented and sad. I see that. And so I'm going to definitely send out some extra love for the Libra, because you guys are dealing with some emotions in the relationship department as well. And Libra, you know, you just want to set intentions at over the end of this month, coming into April. You need to set the intentions. Now, you guys had a full moon in your sign, so that's going to make anybody emotional, right? It really does, because the moon is literally symbolic for the way that we feel. And we had chaos come out. So, yeah, Libra, this is for you, because look what it came back out with. I cannot make this up. That just both came out. And I identify this card with you, Libra, because you guys are the angels of chaos. So this is coming out to remind you that you are strong enough to handle this emotional cyclone, this emotional tornado. So Libra is going through an emotional tornado right now. You know, and then look what's at the bottom of the deck still, fragments. So that is very, very spiritual. I did not just do that. So there's something, Libra, there's something, you're all over the place emotionally, and there is something, this is like the Tower card, but you can learn. Look at that number 9 up there. You can learn. This is almost over. This is almost a completion. But your emotions are kind of spiraling out of control right now, but you are the angel of chaos. So just remember that you can always tap into that Libra balanced energy. Even when it comes to your emotions, I know as an air sign, you're a little bit, you know, detached, but this is air. Okay, so that moon really did turn some things upside down for you guys. And in the middle of all this chaos, just keep your mind set on the calm after the storm. You know, after a storm, people come out and they rebuild. So let this tornado destroy anything. Let it uproot anything in your life that it might even be your own. Tornadoes destroy foundations. You know, they uproot entire houses and barns. So your foundation could be feeling like it's uprooted, especially your emotional foundation. So Libra, this is a time for you to set new emotional intent for a more peaceful life, because you may be the angel of chaos, but that's only because you honor peace. So there's fragments, there's chaos, and there's the high priest. I love that this came back out for you. I put the cards back in, and I was about to move on, and the high priestess came out again with that chaos card. So Libra, I'm sending you a lot of love. And now we have lust and beauty coming out. So Libra, there's something coming for you, but you want to set the intent for it, okay? You need to close a door. You need to leave something behind chaotic to start a new peaceful journey. And that's what you should focus on for the new moon, okay? Some of you could be in chaotic relationships. I'm not sure, Libra, but this is a time to really focus on all that for you, okay? So Scorpio, we have the High Priestess of Earth coming out for you in rigid. So this is the number 3. Okay, Scorpio. So a lot of High Priestess are coming out for the signs this month. And I'm going to actually get you another card, Scorpio, because that was coming out. This might be a piggyback message for Libra. But this is about grounding yourself, Scorpio. You need to ground yourself right now before that full moon comes in your sign at the end of the month. This is about you getting out into nature. The High Priestess of Earth is more logical than the other priestesses. This is like the Ace of Coins. So I didn't really tell Libra that, but Libra got the Ace of Cups, so that could be a new lover. Virgo got the Ace of Cups. So yeah, these High Priestesses remind me of the aces in this deck. So some of you are working together. This might be the Ace of Coins, but then we have the 3 up there. So that reminds me of the 3 of Coins, kind of. So it's about working together right now with the people in your life. This new moon is a good time for you to set the intention for money. It's a good time for you to set the intention for new logical beginnings, a new grounded beginning. And also, Scorpio, you need to communicate about this new foundation or this new logical, realistic life. Because this is like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. And if there's anything I know about Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and this is the opposite energy of you. Earth is the opposite of water. So this is more about you gaining a strong foundation, a platform to do something, some kind of idea. Maybe you're just trying to develop a foundation for yourself come this new moon. So this is happening in your 6th house. So Virgo is the 6th house. So this is like you wanting you want more stability in your life, Scorpio. You want more finances to come in. You want a more logical lifestyle. You're ready for a more realistic, analytical, earthly lifestyle. So I am led to tell you guys to get out in nature, you know, especially, and you know, there might be a significant earth sign in some of your guys' life, just like there's a significant water sign in Leo, Virgo, and Libra's life. For you, Scorpio, there's a significant earth energy. I don't know if it's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or if it's just somebody who's really grounded. I need to put this instant out. Sorry, Scorp. And it's definitely Aries season because the fire is strong. It didn't want to go out. But yeah, we have earth here, okay? So you need to communicate about these new intentions that you're setting. Now, remember, this is about seeds. So this is earth energy. So you're going to really know how to plant these seeds, Scorpio, especially because they're going to come to fruition in your sign. So now we have choices. You might have some kind of rigid choice to make, Scorpio. And you might receive a message about that. We have the 46 up there and the 30 card. So I'm not sure if now look, this is another number 3. And this was the real underlying energy. So we had rigid at the bottom of the deck, and then under that was choices. So that's why I said you might have some sort of rigid choice to make. But now I'm seeing the number 3 twice. So some of you might have some sort of something to communicate. You could be communicating with an earth sign. Some of you might need to communicate about, this might be rigid communication too. So be careful of any rigid communication around this time, Scorpio. But also grounded communication. Yes, you may be some of you are communicating directly with Mother Earth. Some of you are communicating with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Just be careful of this wall you got built up, Scorpio. Some of you have a wall against this earth energy, but that wall could easily crumble down. Okay, this is about being a little bit rigid, Scorpio, but you know, I think that has more to do with a choice. You could be being rigid because you are really at a crossroads right now between the light and the dark and between left and right. I mean, honestly, we have this black bird in both of these pictures here. And you are the eagle, you are the phoenix. So this is about transformation for you too, Scorpio. But let's get you another card and see if that was really what was meant for you. I think that just had to do with your lifestyle. So this is a time for you to set new intentions for a new life for you, a new earthly foundation. But let's get another card for Scorpio, please, for their new moon message in April. Some of you may have significant earth energy, like in your rising sign or in your moon. So, okay, Scorpio. So we have choices at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so don't forget about this choice that you have to make, okay? And this may even have to do with your career because we have 4 + 6, and that's number 10. But this is a card that is really showing itself for Scorpio. Now, the card that came out and flew on the ground was love, and now we have 2 cards that mean 6. So 3 repeated itself, and now we have 10 repeating itself because we have 6 + 4 is 10. So let's see here. You guys, there's some sort of love choice. You guys need to make a choice between some kind of lover. You guys might have 2 lovers to choose from this new moon. Or it might be a career choice. Some of you may be working with people you're in relationships with. Some of you could be really loving your career right now. Some of you could be offering your heart. This could be just you, you know, passionate about the career. But I do see the number 10. So that does mean a completion and a new beginning. So this is a good new moon for you to set the intent to make a choice about some kind of love matter, Scorpio. Some of you are just making the choice to offer your heart. Some of you are making the choice to, I mean, that's why you're stuck between the light and the dark, because Scorpios are always on edge. You guys are always trying to protect yourself. So you guys, sometimes you miss out on a love opportunity because of for the fear of getting hurt. You want to hurt somebody before they hurt you. It's like get or be got, kind of. So there is a love choice here, Scorpio, for sure, because that card just kind of flipped over in my hand. It's because something is coming to a completion in your heart. Okay, and that doesn't really surprise me because we have a full moon in your first house on the 29th this month. So definitely some new beginnings, Scorpio. You are the house of death and transformation, death and rebirth. So you, of all people, should understand this energy of coming and going and dying and being reborn. So there's a love in your life. Your heart is being reborn, Scorpio. But you need to offer this heart. So if there's any Scorpios watching that have some sort of love decision to make. It could be the decision to love again. It could be the decision to leave a partner behind. It's going to be different for all of you, but there is a choice that has to do with love. And also, this may have something to do with your career because this is your 6th house. So this new moon is a love seed for you. This is the time for you to for the next 2 weeks, basically from now until the end of April. You want to set the intentions for love. If you want love, Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio watching this that wants love, then there's something that you need to end so that something can begin. If you're with partners that you're not really in it and you want that true soulmate love, you might need to make the choice to leave somebody behind or something like that. You could be at a crossroads in a certain relationship. But Scorpio, that is a very strong message there for you to kind of go off of this new moon energy. So don't forget, there's also a reminder here of a choice that you have to make, and it has to do with your heart. It could be between your heart and your mind, you know, head versus mind type of thing. So I would definitely be setting the intentions for love, Scorpio, and for whatever you're choosing between. I would definitely use this new moon to kind of help guide you with that, okay? So Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising. What is the new moon in Aries message for April about for Sagittarius? Sag, this is happening in your 5th house of fun. So this should be kind of a breezy energy for you. This Aries energy should have really, for some of you, it probably really did light that fire. You're a fire sign. Just seeing if my candle was still lit. You're a fire sign, Sagittarius. So this energy is kind of home to you. And it's kind of fun. You could be having a lot of fun. You could be setting new intentions for pleasure and fun with this this new moon in Aries. So let's see if there's a message here that'll tell us a little bit more about what's going on with you, Sagittarius, for April. What is the Aries new moon message for Sagittarius? We have cards trying to jump out, but the perfect one is waiting. Your perfect message is waiting, Sagittarius. I feel it. It's about to jump out. I knew it. All right, Sagittarius, there's a message coming for you. This new moon is a message. Now we have this bird again, and we have this message. So some of you, this new moon is literally going to bring you a message. It could be a message online. It could be a message in a bottle. It could be a message in the mail. It could be a text message, an email. Someone could actually call you. This could be a message from the universe. When I see this card, I definitely see it more so as a message from the universe. This is the number 945 up there. So we do have your number. This is a message of higher learning. So, interesting, Sagittarius. Interesting. I do feel the need to mention Leo to some of you because Leo is going through a 9th house transit. So this could be a message from a Leo for some of you, but that's for just one person watching. One of you, someone watching this is looking forward to a message from a Leo. But Sagittarius, this is a message from the higher gods. This new moon is literally a message to you. And it's a message about summoning. Now, you might have something to do with a Virgo too. Some of you could have Virgo energy because they got the card Oath. So you might be summoning an oath. But I see that you're summoning a message. So what this means is you're summoning, well, some of you have asked the universe for a sign about something important. And so you guys are very magical. This is a very, very important time for you to be using your magical abilities, your magical manifestation abilities. You are the 9th house of sight and vision. So you definitely can summon a message right now from the universe. You can definitely summon a sign. We have the number 13 up here, which is a very magical number. It's a very lucky number. And also it's the number 4. So some of you want some kind of message about home environment. Some of you are looking to hear something about your foundation. But I just see that this is a very magical time for you guys. You can manifest anything with that light. See how this woman is manifesting something? So you might get a message about something that you need to summon. Some of you are summoning some kind of message because it looks as if you guys did summon this message. I mean, both of these cards have kind of a magical touch to it, if you can kind of see that there. So they're the same color. The lighting is kind of not so good right now, but there's a lot of magic in these cards, and it looks like the same magic. There's a purple color. Okay, I'm going to try to move these so you can see it, Sagittarius. But they're both purple, and they look the same. Like, so you summon this message. See when we hold it like that? So you're summoning this higher knowledge right now. And I just really think that this is a message coming from the universe for you. And you're going to get this before the end of the month. And for some of you, you may get it on the Scorpio full moon. But this is a message of some, I don't know what this message is about, Sagittarius. It could be a very happy message, though. You might get some kind of news or something, and it might enlighten you. It might really lift your spirits. And this is a message that you guys have summoned, okay? Some of you have really taken an oath for this message, and it might be a message about taking an oath. But it's going to be something that makes you happy, Sagittarius. It's going to uplift you because this is the 5th house of fun and pleasure. So it's going to be a very pleasurable message for you guys. This new moon, if some of you are waiting to hear back about something from a person, place, or thing, and some of you are waiting to hear back about a job, I have rigid coming out here. So maybe something to do with a Scorpio. But some of you are waiting to hear back. You're waiting for a message. It could be from a person, place, or thing, or a job. But, you know, you really want to set your intent for this message on this new moon. And some of you could be giving someone else a message. So this might be a Sagittarius messaging someone else. I'm not sure, but that is basically communication. Okay, so there could be some communication back and forth this month about something fun, about something pleasurable. But Sagittarius, you know, I'm not going to pry too much because that is very personal information. But I just want you to know that this new moon is definitely a message for you, okay? A beautiful message. Capricorn. What is the message for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the Aries new moon in April? Cap, this is happening in your 4th house of emotional. I know a lot of people got energy for their 4th house, but you're the only one who's going through a 4th house transit. So this has everything to do with where you live. It has everything to do with your home. It has everything to do with your emotional foundation, Capricorn. So let's get a message for you about this Aries new moon in your 4th house, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Now, you're a cardinal sign too, Capricorn. So you're feeling this Aries energy, and you're feeling it more internally with your home foundation, I'm seeing, because this is all about your 4th house of where you live, where you consider your home to be. Okay, your foundation, which is important for an earth sign. Wow, and as I say, important for an earth sign, look what we have coming out here. The same card that came out for Scorpio. So there could be some Scorpio Capricorn energy going on here, but this is the High Priestess of Earth. Now, I feel a lot better about this coming out for you because I know the message. So I'm talking about all this foundation stuff in your home environment. So this is the number 3. So Capricorn, this new moon is an opportunity for you to communicate about what you feel, for you to communicate realistically and logically and analytically about your home environment. Okay, this is a beautiful High Priestess. You are the High Priestess of Earth. This is a very logical energy. This is a very earthy energy. So it is getting nicer outside. Some of you are being encouraged to go and speak to Mother Nature. You guys do better. Capricorns do so much better when they're outside in nature, okay? You feel trapped if you don't get outside. So you might need to sit underneath a tree, get outside in nature as much as you can, Capricorn, because the High Priestess of Earth is this message for you. And now we have oath, okay? So you need to take an oath of self-worth, Capricorn, is literally what I have here. An oath of self-worth, okay? We see this woman here. So, you know, there's something that you need to do, and there's strength here too. So you belong in a place of strength, Capricorn, and you need to make a promise to yourself that you're going to value yourself, okay? That's another earthly thing, is valuing yourself. Value is all about earth. That's why Taurus rules value. So there's an oath of self-worth that you need to take, Capricorn. And it, you know, I think that you're kind of resisting this oath of earth. You're going to make an oath to your foundation. You're going to make an oath to your feelings, okay, to what you feel about this foundation. And I think you're going to actually communicate about that because we have the number 3 up there. So you guys could be short distance traveling. So some of you could be moving a little bit farther away than where you're, not far away, like not 9th house across the fucking state, but you guys could be moving like maybe an hour away from where you live now, because the number 3 up there means short distance travel. So some of you may be looking at a different place to live about an hour away from where you live now. And if it's not that, Capricorn, then you're just communicating about, you're communicating in a very logical way this month, with this new moon energy, about where it is that you want to live, where it is that you consider home, what it is, like you need to communicate about your own foundation. There might be people around you that don't understand what a foundation means to you. So you're going to have to communicate like an earth sign, which is very logical. You know, maybe not as emotional, even though you're going through a 4th house emotional foundation, but you need to take an oath. And this is the number 13 up there, okay? So you might need to take some sort of magic oath. Now here we have this fire again. So listen to your heart, Capricorn. Heart is coming up here a lot. And then we have the strength card, so it might even be a Leo, or just you know, this is, look at this tree. This tree has a strong foundation, right? So we have this energy here is, it's you really getting back in touch with your earthy self, Capricorn. You belong in a strong foundation of earth, okay? If anybody knows Capricorn, you guys do better when you're very grounded, okay? And maybe it's time for you to get back to the self-worth of that energy, okay? It's been too long that you felt not grounded, Capricorn. And, you know, it's going to be Taurus season. So I see a lot of this earth energy coming in Taurus season in a few days. So on the 19th, we have the start of Taurus season, well, on the 20th. So High Priestess of Earth, Capricorn, this is about you getting back to your foundation. Just like this tree. Just like this tree. This tree has a very strong foundation, okay? So you are your strongest when you have a strong foundation, and this is about you taking an oath of self-worth. You know, you're going to do something for you and only you. Remember what I said about Aries. Anytime we have the word self, it's about Aries. So this is about your heart. This is about what you feel, Capricorn. We have the number 32 up there. I don't know if that means anything, but that's the number 5. So, you know, this is about the pleasure, something that makes you happy. If you're not happy, Capricorn, if you don't feel like you're being valued, or if you don't feel like you're even valuing yourself, it's time to make a new oath. It's time to, and what a great time to do this, because it's the new moon in Aries. So you can really set secret intentions. You can write a note to yourself. You can sit underneath a tree and just talk to the universe about what you want to see happen with this new moon. So the message for you, Capricorn, is to communicate from your heart, communicate about your own self-worth, and communicate about what you feel about your foundation. And also, you know, this new moon is about you setting new, maybe if any of you want to move, this is the time to set new intention for that, okay? This is short distance travel, so some of you could be moving a little bit farther away than what you live now. Some of you are moving down the street or moving about 10 or 15 minutes away, but there is some changes happening in the home department. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius, this is happening in your third house of communication. And we have the Strength card. That is the Leo card. But it doesn't have to be a Leo. It's just you being strong, okay? So Aquarius, this is about you communicating in a very strong way. So strong communication coming in. I mean, I believe Aquarius, it's not, did you ever think about why you communicate in such a strong way? Well, it's not only because you're an Aquarius and an air sign. It's also because you have Aries in your third house of communication. So Aquarius, one of their strong suits is communication and intellect, okay, because your third house is ruled by Aries. So this could be some short distance travel for you as well, Aquarius, and you may be traveling for something that has to do with your strength and foundation as well, because this tree always reminds me of foundation. So this is the number 8 up there. And so, I don't know, this could be you know, this could be some sort of strong, intimate bond that you have with someone else. But it's definitely coming up as strong communication, and this might be strong secretive communication. You could be communicating with someone behind the scenes, but you know, this is definitely a very strong energy. So this new moon for you, Aquarius, is all about your own strength. This is about you kind of reclaiming your strength. We have the Success card. Okay, and then we have deceit under that. So you don't want anybody to deceive you from your own self-worth or your own, like, don't self-deceive either. Okay, we do have Chiron entering Aries. So you just want to, you know, make sure you're looking out for energies like this in your environment, Aquarius. This is the 11. And so we have 38 up there, okay? I'm not sure if that number means anything to you guys, but 8 plus 3 is 11. You are the 11th house, Aquarius, so there's a need to look out for deceitful individuals who are not honoring your self-worth, okay? But you're pretty spiritual, Aquarius. I feel like you're just kind of focusing on your strong success right now. So this new moon is all about the strength of success for you. And I think it's self-success, you know, self-strength, self-confidence, okay? So definitely a strong success on the way for you, Aquarius. And this new moon is a time for you to set the intention for this new cycle of strength. So this is a new cycle of strength for you, a new cycle of success, and a new cycle of beginnings and endings that have everything to do with your strength. So if there's anything around you that makes you feel weak or makes you feel drained or exhausted, those things are going to kind of come to a completion. You're going to develop a new successful attitude about that. So congratulations for being so strong, Aquarius, and definitely congratulations on being so successful. So this is definitely a successful strength, a cycle of successful strength. You may receive a lot of congratulations around this time. Some of you may even be moving up because you're so strong. You're moving up in your job or you're moving up in a relationship. So I'm not sure there, Aquarius, but this is a time for you to really focus on your own strength, to realize that you have the strength of an army. You have the strength of an emperor. You have the strength of a king and a queen. And it's time for you to communicate in a strong way about what it is that, you know, about all those things I just mentioned. You know, communicating strongly about your success, about whatever you're moving up in. You know, communicate about what this journey has meant to you so far, to the universe. You may be communicating with the universe, because we do have the number 12 here. So we have the number 12 and the number 8. So that's kind of like Pisces Scorpio energy, because this is the number 12 up here. So this is a spiritual success. You are very strong spiritually. And then we have the number 8 here. So there's Scorpio energy here as well. You being very intimately strong. And there's this is a hidden strength, honestly. There's a hidden strength with you, Aquarius, because we have the number 8. The 8 is hidden in astrology, the 8th house. So this is about you, you know, maybe not hiding your strength as much, and the universe really showing you how strong you actually are. And you might see that through your successes. Some of you might communicate successfully about your strength to someone else, but this new moon is a time for you to really set your intentions for all that, okay? Planting new seeds of strength. I mean, that tree was once a seed, okay? And it has grown successfully. And this is also a transformation for you, Aquarius. So very positive message there for you. Keep in mind the strength card is also Leo. your opposite sign in the North Node. So that's about your destiny as well. This is a cycle of destiny for you. Pisces, this is your second house of finances and value. So Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. What is the Aries new moon message for you? Now, wow, we have the high priestess of fire coming out for you, Pisces. So this is definitely a symbol of fire and passion and light for you. And we have the number 5 as clear as day up there. So there might be a Leo involved with some of you Pisces, because this is literally the 5. And then we have, this looks like a Leo woman to me. Could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy that's very significant to Pisces right now. Aries is really significant to Pisces right now because Chiron is moving out of Pisces into Aries in a couple of days. So, I don't know, you need to link up with a fire sign, Pisces, and learn from their passion, learn from their fire, learn from their determination. So, you know, this new moon is all about you and your spirituality. You know, your spirituality is on fire because any high priestess is definitely spiritual. So you're very spiritually passionate right now. You're having a lot of fun with your spirituality. You're very enlightened right now and just completely submerged in this fire energy. So this does have to do with your second house. Some of you could be, you know, gaining money from some sort of spiritual endeavor, reading tarot, doing readings. Some of you are like Reiki healers, or maybe your job is just, you know, you're having fun making money right now. The money is on fire, some of you, or if it's not, this is you setting the intentions for it to be. So, you know, we do have strength. So, you know, Leo is coming up very strongly for you, Pisces, because we have the strength card, and then we have the high priestess of fire, which is 5. And then we have hope. So we have denial and hope showing up. So you don't want to deny yourself of hope. You don't want to deny yourself of this fire, because the fire is really loving Pisces right now. Okay, fire and water are next to each other on the zodiac wheel. Okay, we have Scorpio next to Sagittarius, Aries next to Pisces, we have Leo next to Cancer. So, you know, fire and water were kind of interesting. There's a lot of opposition going on there, but this is the high priestess of fire showing up for you, Pisces, to show you that your strength is on fire right now. You are strong. The fire is strong with you. You know, there's a hidden strength with you too. This card came out for Aquarius. So definitely some strong fire for you, Pisces. And this new moon is a time for you to set new intent for your passions, okay? Because you are the high priestess of fire right now, meaning that you're just on fire. You know, you're very passionate about a lot of things. You're passionate about what causes you pleasure, what makes you happy. So this is about setting new intentions for the fire in your life. You know, this is about setting new intentions, planting new seeds of pleasure and new seeds of passion. There could be new passions coming up for you, Pisces. You could be learning new passions, learning new traits. Now, this is your second house. So if you want to use this energy to assist you in the financial department or to assist you in your value, because this has everything to do with your passionate values, Pisces. Your second house is Aries, so that's why Pisces are usually very passionate about their money. Not really money, but they're passionate about what they value. They're passionate about their own worth. So this is about you really setting new intentions for that. Some of you might want to set the intentions for a new job that is more passionately aligned with you. But either way, Pisces, the high priestess of fire is a very, very beneficial energy, considering the fact that this is a fire cardinal energy of Aries. So definitely fire around you. Some of you may even have fire energy in your chart or around you in your life. It could be significant, but it looks fun. It looks positive. It looks happy. It looks abundant, excuse me. And, you know, this is your second house, so it could have everything to do with your new values. But you want to set new passionate fiery seeds, Pisces, because the fire is very strong with you right now. You know, you could even be mistaken as a fire sign right now because of how passionate and determined you are. So plant new seeds, set new intention for a new fire to come in your life, new passion and happiness, Pisces. As far as what you do with that high priestess of fire energy, it's up to you, but there's a whole lot that you can do with that. So it looks like a very fiery new moon for Pisces. So let's get a new moon message for everyone. And what do you know? So for everyone, there's a message of strength and hope. The hope card, the strength card is what popped out, but hope was at the bottom of the deck. So this new moon is literally a new cycle of strength for all of us. It's a new cycle of hope for all of us as well. And we do have a moon in this picture, okay? So this could even be talking about the full moon in Scorpio. And this is the number 9 up there. 7 plus 2 is 9. So this is a new cycle of learning more about our hope, having hope in our higher education, our higher philosophy, learning, expanding our hope, okay? Expanding our hope. This is also a very playful energy, okay? There's a lot of movement going on here too. And, you know, we have a vision towards this movement, and it's playful and hopeful, and it's strong. This is a new cycle of strength. There's a hidden strength with all of us right now with that 35 up there with the 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. So there is a hidden strength growing and transforming for us with this new moon, you guys. This new moon is all about our strength. I mean, we have a little bit of hint of fire in this card here. So as far as we've grown, look at how much we've grown. This tree was once a small little twig. It was once just a small little bush. And now, at the Aries new moon, this tree has been around for years. This is definitely a new cycle of growth and a new cycle of strength. This is having strength in our own self, you guys. Having strength in this new journey, okay? And there is a message coming about that, okay? Definitely a message about that coming. And I love to see that. I love to see that the energy for all of us, all 12 zodiac signs, there's an inner strength with us right now. And we really want to focus on this new moon to set new intent for a new strong beginning. So it doesn't matter what we've felt this far, you guys. It's been a hell of a year, and it's time to really embrace the new energy in 2018. We're going to be feeling a lot stronger. We're going to be feeling, you know, a lot more confident and a lot more accomplished too in all these things. So this is a new beginning of strength. This cycle is gonna make us a lot stronger, you guys, and that's really great to look forward to. This has been a transformation, and we've grown a lot internally. This is a hidden strength that's going to be made aware by the full moon in Scorpio, okay? So thank you so much for watching this video, you guys, especially those who watched all the way through to hear all the different messages. I really enjoy sitting down and talking to you guys every month, and I can't wait to talk to you for the new moon in Scorpio. The full moon in Scorpio at the end of the month. So happy new moon in Aries, you guys. Thank you again for listening. So I'm wishing you all love, light, and strength, and just a really whatever you want this new cycle to be. I hope that you reach that. I hope that you find the new you. I hope that you answer the question, who are you, to the universe. And, you know, guys, I just wish you the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you at the end of the month.